Obviously, I can't see all of you with a camera. I just need to evidence it. So just we'll start with I don't know, Sonia. We'll just shout your names out for the camera. So shout your name out and then just go on the table. So it's
Sonia.
Max.
Callum.
Yes. Dylan.
Tom.
Samuel.
thank you. Right, so I'll leave you to it. Just try and enjoy it, I guess.
So do you want to start with you asking us about your story and then?
No, you
Because we've already asked you.
yeah, so you can teach first, so.
It's just, we've got to ask the questions, like, and then everyone has to answer.
So we've got. So am I aiming the questions at them? Because Chris, you don't need to answer
Just
it.
don't mention
Just
it.
ask it them.
Just
Right.
ask
Isn't
the
Chris
questions.
just a
Right.
great
Okay.
teacher?
You ready?
I love Chris.
Are you ready? Yeah. Right.
And
Would you agree in the fact that the movement of the robots in Transformers 5 has become too unrealistic and too human-like, or do you prefer it that way?
I prefer it that way.
What? Would you agree in the fact that the movement of the robots has become unrealistic and too human-like, or do you prefer it that way?
I prefer it that way. I prefer it that way.
Okay. Do you think Transformers needs humans in it to be a good film, or would you prefer it if it was completely robot-based?
No, humans in it. Yeah, it needs a hot breath. It needs the contrast. Yeah, Megan Fox. The blonde one, the third one.
It's
not enough.
Do you feel that there's too much CGI in the films, or do you think it adds to the intensity? Makes it terrible.
Oh, that's a different thing. So you're wrong.
Recent news has suggested that Shia LaBeouf does not wish to be in any more of the Transformers films. Would this stop you watching it, or do you think the film needs someone there?
Someone like probably make Mark Wahlberg.
It would be better.
Mark Wahlberg.
No one wants Mark Wahlberg.
He's in it, isn't
Yeah,
Right.
he is.
Do you feel the films are just action for the sake of it, or could they have more interesting storyline? Do you think it's fun, or do you think it's fun?
Transformers.
Why
It's
is
a good
story? I think it shouldn't be about Earth being destroyed. I think it relates to one. It's always about Earth and
So the first film has rock music thing quite a lot to it. Do you think there should be a variety of music, or do you think it suits the
I
story?
think it suits the
and
action. I'd like Rick Ross to do a song.
Yeah.
Maybe Ross.
Crossing easily. From a girl's point of view, would you say that the girls' characters are stereotypical and need to be as strong as the male characters, or do you think this would change the ratings in any way?
I
I feel like there should be two main female characters.
Yeah, right, so Megan Fox and
Okay. Would you like another director to make the film other than Michael Bay to get a different look on things?
No,
I think no,
because it'll be like
I think they should make a Dark
Yeah,
Knight trilogy kind of thing. You've got Optimus Prime, like, get beaten up.
And finally, do you think another film should be made in the series, or do you think they should stop while they're ahead?
No, another film.
No, they should reboot it.
Okay.
Where we go next?
No, we just said we were going to.
Yes.
No, really.
Yeah, see,
I don't
Ronnie's got manners.
Do you have to write down answers?
No.
Yeah, you
Do you do?
Shall I write them down? I'll write them down, that's fine. You have to write down for each person. Yeah, just do something like something.
But I printed it off.
Hey guys, hey guys, run film. Hey. Tearing me apart.
Would you like Daniel Craig to continue as James Bond, or do you think it is time for someone else to take over the role?
No, I like his three nipples.
No, I think it should be
No.
something else.
No, I think he should continue.
So it's more continued.
Yeah, but he hasn't got the stereotype of
You
the
also got
traditional
the-
James Bond.
Yeah, but
I
he's-
prefer
he's-
got
yeah,
I
yeah.
prefer like the older Just one. breaks the
He's
stereotype.
rebooted the
Which is
He's too
franchise.
serious.
So again?
He's rebooted the
He
franchise.
does a bit of one line then.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can put that
Yeah, I'll just write a few words.
Do you think the new film should include more gadgets like the more traditional Bond films, or should they continue with the assassin like James Bond with hardly any gadgets?
No, it should go back.
Yeah.
They need more magic.
I think the question, I misunderstood the question.
Would you like Daniel Craig to beat people up more, or kill them with laser pens?
See, I think it
I think
Like,
yeah,
yeah, more traditional on
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the gadgets or
Yeah.
Like flying in,
Gadgets.
Well, I'd say a bit of both.
So you would like more gadgets?
One or the other. One or the other.
Yeah, but I'd like more of him punching people, as well as.
Alright, that's your opinion, it's wrong.
Should it be shot in more exotic locations?
Yes.
No, but they
What
already
is
do,
it
don't
already?
they?
Yeah. Each film's
Different countries.
each country's
Have you seen the film? Big Jamie. You're on time now.
No, I think there's enough as it is. It's always in like Caribbean.
Okay. Do you think Skyfall was a failure or a success?
success.
It's alright.
Technically,
Yeah,
it's
success.
I don't think it's the best one.
They did
but I think
all the
it's-
stunts without any, like, it was all real.
Yeah.
It wasn't no suit. You understand that?
What aspects did you like about the previous Bond film and why?
What you mean, one come before Skyfall?
Quality solid.
Yeah, that would be the previous Bond film.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bond films.
Well, all of them.
Like the.
Can you ask the
Oh,
question?
so you mean them
again?
all in
What
general?
aspects did you like about the previous Bond films and why?
They're all
They're
different.
the same,
Yeah.
they're all action packed and
Let's see if we
Bond saves the day, gets the girl.
Just okay, it's dead.
you just want
I did actually.
you just want
Chris, I think you should yellow card in for that.
Have you got the pen? You've been over that.
Right, next question. The one last.
Who do you think should take on the role if it should come to it?
It has to be someone British, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
there's not that many people.
There's only one.
Jason Statham with
Daniel
him.
Like the
Radcliffe.
bloke who played the.
Yeah.
And he was meant
What's
to be
his
Ryan
name?
Gosling.
Ryan
Definitely
Gosling is
Ryan Gosling.
British.
It's got to be, yeah, it
They've
does.
got an
It does.
accent. Like,
He's high, doesn't
I
he?
don't
The
know.
blue actor
Tom
as well.
Hardy.
Depends on
Tom Hardy could do it. Yeah,
All of
I'll just write that.
One Direction.
Yeah, I think.
I agree. I think
He's
Harry
got-
Styles.
No,
Okay.
he's got to look like one.
Okay, it just links the.
Liam Payne. He's
He
Payne.
hasn't got on.
Sorry, he looks
He
Excuse me.
does, he looks like a
Crowd control. Crowd control. So what actors or actresses would you like to be in the next film?
The same as the question.
Well, it's
I think that there should be a more
Uh,
dominant female character because there's only like
yeah,
Bond.
but
that's
Bond's
the
known
thing.
for having like a damsel in distress.
Yeah, so but I feel like it should be
What
someone
kind of James Bond?
like
someone
so
challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
because every single Bond girl, like no one really knows. Whereas if like, say you had someone that.
Yeah, that's what the Bond films are like though. It's the Bond girl.
Yeah, but I feel like the Bond girl should be like someone that everyone knows
Knows.
about.
Yeah. So famous actress.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know,
but
like
Oh,
he's
yeah,
made
is
a
there
way.
any more well known?
There has been in the
Yeah.
previous
Yeah.
ones, the older
Rather
ones.
than using
rather
it
than-
the older.
So like if you use like Rosie Huntington Whiteley for example, loads of people know who she is, so then it would
Yeah,
give.
but then it takes the concentration off of James Bond. That's why in James Bond film says I'm the only one who's famous in it apart from him, isn't it? Or apart from Dean.
Should they change the ethnicity of James Bond or stick to the traditional white British Bond?
I think he should be an Indian guy.
No, I think they
Indian
should.
Bond.
No, I think they should
Spice
stick
that
to
up.
what they have already because that is what you expect to see.
Yeah, you can't just change it like that.
Okay. Should they change the age of
No.
Bond? Perhaps going with a younger Bond could impact the success of the new film.
What do you mean,
Again, I
like,
think they should keep it the same as what they've
So the actor's younger. Or?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be the same.
I mean, if he is younger, he could do more
No.
films
Should be better.
until he gets too old, but then it won't fit in with
The films won't be as good.
No, I
You should
don't.
have
I
someone
think
like
it should still be
15.
someone.
It could change like Spy Kids.
I like the fact they made Q younger.
Can I have
They can't
glass
do
of
that.
water, please?
No, I think it's better than they're older.
Do you think there should be an additional main actor to aid Bond in his endeavours, like a sidekick?
No.
Yeah, I think
Because he's
that would be
basically completed every mission he's done on his own already, so.
Yeah, but he always gets kidnapped, doesn't he?
Yeah, he always has to.
Yeah, he always gets out of it, so.
They just turn into Batman then, the stereotypical Robin and Batman.
That would be great.
I
Everyone
said
knows
that he
Robin.
always has
What if it was
the
Samuel
films that
Jackson?
he ends up with. They always.
I think that would be a good idea. I just don't think
007
it would
meets
work
008.
for James Bond. I don't know. Die Hard.
Bond fans probably think that's not Bond.
No, I don't.
No one cares about Die Hard.
Double, double, double.
James Bond.
Because they're
John
Johnny.
Lennon.
Calm down.
James Bond, not Die Hard.
Johnny.
Johnny English meets
Okay.
Johnny Bond is terrible.
Oh, that was it.
Thanks for your time.
It's quite powerful.
Yeah, so done. You're done. Yeah, we're done.
Alright.
Alright.
Do you guys want to see a Space Jam sequel?
No.
Yes.
I've never seen it.
I don't think
Is it not?
they wouldn't be able to make
You know
a
the Looney
sequel.
Tunes thing?
Yeah. I know, I
There's
think
no
I
children
think
when they
you
play
could.
basketball.
Yeah, little black one.
No, I'd say no.
No.
They should keep it as it is. I was over
Try
it.
and get that.
Yeah.
I think they should do like a different storyline.
Yeah.
But
Okay, what's your favourite thing about the first movie?
Bugs Bunny.
The basketball judges.
No, the dog
Sorry,
in the
Mike,
house.
would
The
you
dog in the
don't
house.
believe I can fly?
And
This-
The dog.
and the dog that nearly kills Bugs Bunny. Okay. What do you think they could do to improve if they were to be a sequel? It's not a sequel, so I can't improve.
Get a better basketball player.
Make it less cheesy.
Don't make
That's
it.
the point.
Make it less cheesy.
Just don't make it.
And a female actress to have sex with them.
Really love Megan Fox.
It's a cartoon film.
Yeah, it had
Sex.
really
Just keep saying them two.
But they're
Would-
still bunny tits.
That was pretty much really good imagination with the kind of
Yeah.
chick in it.
Crowd control.
And it didn't really work with that.
Typically,
You could say that's.
Next question.
Yeah.
Would you like the idea of a sequel that
It
included
wasn't
Disney
really
versus
Looney
Looney Tunes
Tunes
characters?
Space Jam, it
No.
was like,
What fighting?
No.
No, not fighting. It's a basketball game. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not fighting.
Not
Should be
really.
more action in it then.
Say Max said not really. Anyone else want to say anything on that?
I'd go on an Orange Wednesday.
There's too many things versus now. You've got Freddie versus Jason. You've got.
Yeah.
That's about it actually.
Do you think they should keep Michael Jordan or choose a more relevant basketball player such as LeBron?
No.
No,
I think they should might
No, there's
Kanye
they're
West.
changes. He's
No.
too old. He's too old.
So what? He's still got it.
Kim Kardashian.
No, you need a younger
What?
person.
Give that
That's
a-
I reckon it should be.
They're not
I reckon it should be like
Yeah, the one
a replica
that's
of Michael
Kardashian.
Jordan. You know, like Terminator Salvation, where Arnie comes out.
No, it's
like
Kim
fake.
Kardashian.
No, she's
should
a
be like
Kanye
that.
West.
Yeah, but she was with a basketball player.
Yeah, the
Oh,
tall-
Chris Humphries.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's on the TV
And then
show,
Ray J
okay?
comes in and starts singing.
Yeah, Ray J can make an appearance. You go on the other team.
I did hit it.
Okay, that's us now.
Such an idiot. It's like-
Who's next?
You need a.
Thank you.
Do you think that a new Toy Story film should be targeted towards children, like the first two, or have a growing, targeted to the growing audience, so like us?
Children.
Yeah, same audience.
Children.
Because older people watch it anyway. They've basically all seen it anyway.
We've got to grow up sometime.
How do you grow up?
Do you think that the film should continue with a darker approach to the Toy Story line?
No, I think
Yeah, well, you should
die.
It needs to be the same.
It's pretty
I think
dark in
Andy
the
should be
first
like
one.
40 years old and still playing. That would be good.
Do you think that the new film should continue from where the previous film left off, or do you think that it should be set in another
A prequel.
timeline? Somewhere
A prequel.
between the other films or the
I think it should
A prequel
where it
to
left
Fast
off.
Lane.
Because you can't do a prequel.
I say if you have a prequel,
Are we talking
kind of
about
that's like
another-
If
the-
you
one
have a
on
sequel,
Toy
then you have a
Story?
sequel.
Yeah.
I don't
So
think
if
it can
they
be
have-
done where it
I
was
think
off.
it should
Yeah,
be
but
like-
they did a sequel kind of recently.
Yeah.
The Toy Story 4.
So you can start the story over again with like the new.
Yeah, but that means you have to cry again and say goodbye again.
So
Like
please,
Boom, Monster
oh
Inc.
my God. Okay. Do you think that the style of the film would
Sorry,
change if loads of new characters were introduced and the older characters were no longer involved in the story?
Yeah.
I'd quite like
I think
the
it
question.
wouldn't, it wouldn't be
Do
Toy
you
Story.
think that the style of the film would change if loads of new characters were introduced and older characters were no longer involved in the story?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It would
Yeah,
change.
it would.
No, it wouldn't.
I wouldn't
More
watch
relevant
it.
toys.
I mean,
It'd be better for the kids if there were more relevant toys. No one has Mr. Potato Head anymore.
I do.
No one young.
Yeah, but my nephew has one and he's like,
Surely the majority of these new toys would be Lego.
What toys would you,
I like
what
to
toys
see.
would you replace them with?
You know them like electric ones that no one buy. You know the kids get
But
crazy
no one-
toys now. Like just a Nintendo
Those
or
are
something.
like electric donuts.
You can't have a talking Nintendo.
what will it say? Be like, play me.
Do you think that if they changed the theme tune of Toy Story, the film would not be as
Successful?
Yes.
Yeah, it would be.
It would feel like a different film.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be that familiar.
Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Do you think that there needs to be any humans in the film or just focus on the toys?
I think a mixture.
No,
Yeah.
I think you've got to have humans.
They should maybe be doing it for.
No, they should keep it how it is, how they do have humans, but not like.
Not for
Maybe
Humans
someone
then
else.
find out they're
Yeah,
real.
because they're animated, the humans are animated anyway, aren't they? So it's not as if they're real.
Yeah. Carry on, I just thought the keys.
Should the voice actors all stay the same in the new Toy Story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're
Should the film be set for a specific seasonal holiday, for example, Halloween, deal with Christmas weather?
I don't really understand
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah, just do that.
No,
Yeah,
should
exactly.
it be
When,
set
I think
around?
Because so far they don't always
the
seem
season,
to
so
the
it should-
daytime.
Yeah, so like
Do you think-
Christmas.
Yeah, but they've done that already, kind of like Skyfall. They advertise like the horror
the Halloween one.
thing.
Yeah, but do you
I don't
think they
think
should, but that's only like a 30
They could do like a
Yeah,
Christmas special.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's a good question.
You would
Just put yes.
Do you think the story has to include all the characters from the previous films, such as Woody Buzz?
Yes.
Yeah, it has to have the moment.
And then get rid of the little green soldiers.
Yeah.
No.
I'll see it.
Well, the
The
aliens
best
and
bit
that.
is the first one.
Oh my god, it's like
Or Mrs.
America's
Potato
Pie.
Head.
If they mention anything at all in the sequels, I'm going to do it.
Are we still on Woody's boat?
Yeah, that should be it. That should just be a little like.
What? That she's still on Woody's boat?
You shouldn't come back and visit them. That's what I'm saying.
I think you should.
No, I think like going to college.
Yeah, you know, people visit their toys house.
And they're searching their loft.
Go on camera, don't swear.
That's
Yeah,
it.
she did. Thank you.
That's not alright.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's not alright.
It was okay, but thank you.
Who's the what?
You're the man, Chris. You're the man.
You gotta turn it off. Someone's gotta turn it off.
Right, it's a race.
Oh my goodness.
Sound.